Hey guys, today I wanted to tell you guys about this particular corset that I realized never did a video on. I purchased this, never did an unboxing, never did any videos showing me wearing it or anything, so I thought I would do that. So this is the Timeless Trends Longline Hourglass silhouette with the hip ties. This is in a size 26, I believe. I think it's a 26. So this is what it looks like. It's got the hip ties, which I love. So I'm going to go over a couple things that I like about this corset and then a couple things that I don't like about this corset. For starters, this is extremely comfortable. This is very, 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 very comfortable. And I think a lot of that has to do with the cupped ribs. This is a very more of a cup rib than I have in any of my corsets, which I think really makes it why it's so comfortable, because it allows me to have full expansion of my rib cage. There's absolutely no pressure whatsoever on my floating ribs. I'm able to take full deep breaths, which is something that I find very comfortable. Also, it comes quite high in the underbust on my torso, so it kind of stops any of that, flesh spillage that might come over the top if it were sitting a little bit lower in the front. Now the hip ties can open up quite wide to accommodate someone who has a pear-shaped torso like myself, or someone with a wide hip spring. They could open much wider than this if I wanted to. This is just kind of where I like to sit them. For me personally, it keeps the edges lying flat. I have experimented a little bit with loosening them up slightly to give me more of a hip shelf look, but I do notice that when I do that, the corners of the hip tie area will flare out slightly, and then it's not quite as easy to sew thin, or it doesn't like quite as flat. So this is kind of where I like to keep them. The hip ties, very, very comfortable. Cup ribs, very, very comfortable. I do love the cup rib on this particular corset. However, this is where I get into the reason that I haven't given this quite enough time to break in. I haven't really seasoned this corset very much. I don't wear it very often, and the reason for that is there's a few different reasons, but for me personally, I have a very large chest, so the fact that this comes up right to the underbust causes quite a bit of boob shelf, and actually my underwire tends to want to go over top of it like this, which is more comfortable for me. It doesn't give me quite as much lift. So it's not a horrible thing, but it does give me a little bit more, boobs in my neck than I would like. And I don't like putting so much pressure on the top of the corset. I don't want to ruin it. The other thing is because the ribs are so cupped, and I believe that this really is a design flaw in the way that this was designed, because the cupped ribs are very comfortable. You can see on this angle it's slightly cupped in the front, very cupped in the side, which is super comfortable, but the cupping actually goes farther into the back as well, as you can see here. And I believe that this is the one thing I hate the most about this corset. It's kind of hard to see with my shirt, but this causes an extreme amount of back spillage, because the circumference of the top edge is not as wide as, here, where the max circumference of the cup rib is. It kind of tapers in slightly, which I think they designed that to stop back spillage, but I really do think that actually makes it worse. At least for me. I don't know if this is something that other people have experienced with this or not, but it's not an attractive look whatsoever. So that really is the main reason that I don't wear this corset out, and that I haven't worn it often, is because of the back spillage. It is, however, an extremely comfortable corset, and I probably will keep it. It feels like something that would work really, really well for waist training. So I love the print. This comes in a few different, prints. And it's just a really pretty corset. I love the shape. I do like a lot of things about this corset, but for me it's not practical to be, especially wearing out and about, It's a little bit too much boobage because it pushes things up really high, and I don't like the back spillage. So that's my personal opinion on this corset. Definitely is a well-made product. To me, it feels like it's well-made. It's very sturdy. It's not super, super thick. But yeah, so that's my impersonation. I don't even know what I'm saying. That's my my take on the Timeless Trends Longline Hourglass corset. I can't even talk anymore. I'm so tired, guys. Yeah, so there you go. If you guys have any questions, you know how to reach me. Bye.